Hello, I apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. There's just some construction work happening in the area. But I wanted to intro this video and start my day just running through the plans for the week. I'm flying to Melbourne this afternoon. Hubby and I have a couple of separate work projects that are happening, and I thought I'll take you along with me to some places that I frequent and to discover new places as well, because that's the beauty of Melbourne. There's always something new to check out. Melbourne was home to us for more than 10 years. So very familiar with the CBD and the surrounding suburbs as well. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'll also run through my skincare routine when I'm traveling. My recent video I think featured a lot of skincare products, and I of course don't bring everything with me when I'm traveling. Love to travel light and just go with what's really needed for my skin. There will be a couple of collagen products as well. And speaking of collagen, I've been starting my day with this green juice here. It's by the Collagen Co. A bit of background, I'm actually not a coffee person. But first, coffee doesn't really apply to me. I don't survive on caffeine. I don't start my day with it. If anything, I used to have hot tea or chai, maybe matcha in the office, or I would still consume coffee. Like I love an iced mocha on the weekends, or maybe in the afternoons when it's time for coffee o'clock with colleagues. But what I really loved about incorporating collagen into my daily routine is it gives me a really nice, refreshing start, knowing that I am treating myself well to start the day with a boost of not only collagen, but there's a lot of nutrients in here as well, and antioxidants, as well as pre and probiotics, which is really good for the gut. It reminds me of that time I had a conversation with some family members about how to keep young, and how my sister-in-law actually commented that surely it's not just skincare, it's what you consume as well. And I really have wanted to incorporate collagen into my routine. And actually with the Collagen Co, this is not the first time I've tried the product. Oh, just one second. So a friend of mine actually gifted me this as part of a birthday hamper pack that she curated for me. So Sharon, if you're watching this, thank you so much. This is like the kind of hot chocolate version, which I've really been enjoying over the winter months. But now that we're going into spring and the days are warming up, it's really nice and refreshing to start my day with this green juice. I prepare it with room temperature water right now, but I think going into the hot summer days, I would probably use cold water. I love that it actually blends out really well with this shaker bottle that they've provided, and it tastes so good. So anything green always reminds me of fresh wheatgrass juice. Core memory from my childhood, when my uncle and auntie discovered kind of making their own wheatgrass juice, and my mom caught on to it as well. I remember tasting it and it was like, oh, really strong and just not my cup of tea. Whereas with this, it just tastes like tropical juice. So I got it in the tropical punch flavor, and it tastes like pineapples and passion fruit, apple, and maybe a hint of berries and some watermelon all mixed in it. It's really delicious. Otherwise, I wouldn't be consuming it, to be honest. I also do not like any drinks with artificial sweetness sort of taste. It just doesn't sit very right with me, but this tastes so good. So I start my day with a glass of this. I think that it really contributes and helps with the growth of my nails and my hair, and just providing me that collagen boost as well. So if you're interested, this video is not sponsored and I'm not paid at all, but I'll leave a link down in my description. The Collagen Co team have been so kind to provide me with a discount code for you guys to enjoy if you'd like to try this out. The discount code is my name 10, so it's Jamie, spelled Jaime 10. But I'll leave all the information down below if you're interested to check this out. On the note of skincare, beauty, just self-care and wellness, I will be checking out the new Mecca flagship store in Melbourne. I'm really excited that the timing is right, that I'll be visiting Melbourne as well. It's something that I'm really looking forward to. I've been a Mecca customer since their first ever store in South Yarra back in, gosh, a while ago, more than 20 years ago. I will admit that I use a lot of Korean beauty right now predominantly, and so I don't shop at Mecca as much, but I do really appreciate what the team has done to bring the brand to where it is right now. And I think it will be really exciting to check out the space that they've taken on Bourke Street and how they've done up the whole store design. Really excited to take you along with me for that. So let's get ready. I just got to do some final packing and then we'll head to the airport.
Hello everyone, this is a further and final boarding call for Qantas Flight 1811.
Hello again to the bathroom. So this is the Rejewel Advanced PDRN Relief Cream for sensitive skin. This is so popular on social media, so I was really curious to try it out when I was in Seoul. And I got one from a pharmacy. It's only available in pharmacies, not in Olive Young or Amore. And I tried it when we were there on holiday because I wanted to see if it was effective, and then I'll be able to get more to bring home. And it is so good. Not even hyping this, it is actually what it claims to be. I have sensitive and dry skin, as you already know. So this, I've just been applying it over toner, and it gives me the smoothest, most hydrated skin I have ever had. Pretty much baby soft, smooth, and the effect is really instant. So I tried it on the night of the day that I purchased it, and I instantly felt the result the next morning. And I've been using it day and night. Some people use it just as a night cream, but I use it day and night for just added efficacy, and I can't recommend this more. So absolutely loved it. And obviously I picked up so many packs of this to bring back so that I would have enough for at least a year or until we next go back to Seoul. I have I seen this available here? There are some small sort of K-beauty stores that sell these. I think they actually buy them in Seoul as individuals and then sell them in the store. So I'm not sure how genuine the product is. But yeah, it's probably best to pick them up in the pharmacy when you're in Korea. But yes, highly recommend this, and I've been using it for more than a month now. It's been, what are we at? Oh, about 2 months now since our trip to Seoul. So absolutely highly recommend if you want to pick some of this up. So it is a gel-like consistency and goes on really nicely. You only need a tiny bit, so I use that for one side of my face. And because it comes in such a small tube, a little bit goes a long way. I love the satiny finish that it leaves. It's not tacky at all. So even applying it during the day, it says to give it some time to absorb in, but I pretty much just need a couple of minutes and then I go in with sunscreen and makeup. Or if apply at night, you could seal it with a really thick moisturizer if you've got extremely dry skin, just to pack it in. So yeah, it's just a really lovely cream. So this is currently the sunscreen that I'm using. I picked it up in Olivier. It's the BioHeal Collagen Tone Up Sun Cream. And this is actually the first time I'm using a sun cream with a tint in it. I've actually really been loving it. I bought it for the collagen properties, to be honest, more than the tint. And I think it came in 2 different versions. I think there was one that doesn't have a tint, but I wanted to try how the tone up actually works for my skin, especially on days where I don't want to actually be applying foundation. I thought this would be a great way to just kind of tone up the skin, even out the redness of the skin, and just head out to run errands without having a full face of makeup. And there we go, that's my morning routine done before makeup. The Collagen Tone Up Sunscreen has SPF 50 plus PA 4 pluses. So yeah, all ready to go. If you're BDS Army, you might have noticed my rings. So I've actually combined 2 different rings in the one. So the silver section was from Thematic, 2024, I think, collection. And the BTS one was actually from the monochrome pop-up that a friend picked up for me, and they fit one over the other, so that's just how I've been wearing it recently. Alright, I'm dressed, and before I get started with work, I think I'm gonna pick up a peanut cream matcha from across the road, so come along with me. loving the natural look for my eyes, so instead of putting any eyeshadow or eyeliner, just going with mascara after curling my lashes. So the one I'm using here is the Wow Combo. That it's just a brand that I found on Instagram and I thought I'll give it a go. It is a tubing mascara, so I find that those are the best for my lashes and don't leave me with panda eyes at the end of the night, and they're very easy to remove and great for sensitive eyes as well. So this is what I'm usually doing for my eyes when I'm just heading out. And for my cheeks, I was using the Fui Pudding Pot on cheeks and lips. I do love cream blushes more than powder because I've got dry skin, but from our recent trip to Seoul, I picked up Day-Chic Souffle Color Pot just as well as souffle, because we're actually going to have souffle for dinner tonight, and I picked a few colors up. What I do like about the Day-Chic one, it comes with a little brush applicator, which is so cute and so handy, because the one from Fui, I used to have to use my fingers, or you got to get the separate brush. So this is really nice, and it's just in this really cute heart-shaped container as well. So you've got the brush applicator there, and then just underneath you've got the color, and this is in 21 Rose Tiramisu. So what I'm doing here is applying it directly on my cheeks. It looks like I'm putting quite a bit on, but then I'll use this stippling brush on both cheeks and spread it out. Also going across the bridge of my nose. It's a new technique that I picked up when I was in Seoul from the makeup artist to sort of create that youthful look where the bridge of your nose is slightly blushed. You want just a little bit though, not too much. But yeah. And on my lips, I am using the Juicy Lasting Tint by Roman. And this is in the color 06 Peeling Angdu. And that's the complete look for tonight.
We tell each other, they come out one at a time.
Good morning, customers. Your next service to the Clapham Platform 1 will be the 11:16 Melbourne, stopping all stations to Melbourne. Your next service to the Clapham Platform 1 will be the 11:16 Melbourne, stopping all stations to Melbourne. And always remember to touch on
Strength inside will match the strength we show, but it's hard enough to face the face who's always staring back. But there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks very much.
Just being right. And it comes out in the quiet, between the times we speak, between the times we think we know we're right, between the times we constantly checking if what we're about to say is really what it's worth. Is it our 2 cents or is it nonsense? All these things that we've unearthed, but they've come from inside us, and we can no longer hide this. It's bursting at our seams, 'cause our dreams, they've been fighting us.
Yummy braised duck and congee from Gamhyung, which is now available at Eat Alley. I was so happy. Braised duck is a dish that is quite tricky to find in Australia, or at least the ones that are done well. But this really hits home in a childhood memory. I love braised duck. And there's an option for fragrant rice, but I went with congee because I'm a little bit under the weather with the Melbourne cold. So glad I'm able to order this on Uber Eats now.
Between the times when